Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you happen to be. My name is Alison Reiner and I'm your Loved Again and Forever coach. I'm also a member in the Spotlight this week on Project Positive Change. And if you've been following me this week at all, you will know that I'm running a little challenge for you. I'm a relationship coach. Let me tell you a little bit about me so that you'll understand the nature of the challenge. And if it's for you, please go back and watch the other videos so that you're not losing out. And if you've got any questions, let me know. So here goes. Who am I? My name is Alison Reiner. I am your Loved Again and Forever coach. And I work with women, predominantly women, who are in that unhappy place in their marriage. They're not sure whether they still love their partner, not sure whether the marriage is even worth saving, not sure even that they want to make the effort. So I don't know if you can relate to that. I don't know if you've been in that place. Caroline, hi. Could I ask you a favour? Could you share this not onto my group, but onto my business page, if you don't mind, if you do hear it. And I don't know if you've been in that place, but it's not a particularly happy place to be. And it's a place that we spend a lot of time. I spend a lot of time there. My clients spend a huge amount of time there. And there's a very simple reason why, and that's one of the reasons that I put together this challenge this week. So let me just sort of do a resume on where we are. Yesterday we were speaking about getting really clear on your current situation. It's so easy to hide from reality. It's so easy to push away all those thoughts and all those upsets and get really busy with other aspects of life, so that we're not really facing what's going on, what's not happening, or where the unhappiness lies, until it starts to infiltrate all other areas of our life. By which point, quite often, it's too late. By which point, control has really been taken out of your hands, and you're really reacting to the situation rather than getting in there, being empowered and creating the situation that you want. So that's, if you're interested. If you didn't see yesterday's video, if you scroll back up through the videos here, you will find day 2, and it's a really good starting point. Today we're going to lead on from that. So today we are talking about creating a vision on what life can be like on the other side. Now, on the other side doesn't necessarily mean divorced. On the other side means the other side of this unhappiness that you find yourself in. Because very often what happens is when you work through yesterday's challenge, when you start getting clear on what you actually do want, you find that the dynamic in the relationship changes, and therefore it doesn't always end up in divorce. So quite often when people come to me, they are pretty sure the marriage is dead, and they're pretty sure that divorce is the only option. However, when we take the relationship out of play, and we take the partner out of play, and we get really clear on what you want, things start to change. And let me explain why this is important. You are stuck, completely stuck. You're living in your head. You're trying to resolve all the problems that you have in your head with the same mind that created the problems in the first place. And this doesn't come from me. Einstein gave me this little nugget of information, but it's very true. So what we have to do is we have to shift your mindset enough to be able to change your perspective on your relationship, but on your life as a whole. Take a more holistic approach to your life rather than just concentrating on what's not working. So again, I'm glancing down because I made some notes, because I don't want to miss any of the really important bits. I get so caught up in one thing, I want to make sure that I cover everything. So the thing that keeps you stuck is don't really understand what it is you want on the other side. You don't have a clear picture to work towards. You can't create a plan to work towards something because you don't know what it is. Most times what people tell me is, I don't want this, I don't want that, I just don't want to be here like this, I don't want to live like this anymore, which is great. We know that we need to move away from the current situation, But unless you've got somewhere to go, somewhere to aim for, you're not going to actually make that transition. You're going to stay stuck going around in circles. So today we're talking about the future. Now, the one caveat I will give you here is when you're looking at the future, when you're creating that plan for how it's going to look, you don't have to stick to it. This is just something that helps you move away. If you remember yesterday, we were talking about getting really clear on what your current situation was costing you as a whole, what it was costing you physically, what it was costing you emotionally, spiritually, and also financially. Today it's about taking all that and creating the vision for yourself, the vision of the life that you would want if it was perfect. If everything was perfect in your life, what would be happening? So again, you're going to have to get yourself a pen, you're going to have to get yourself a bit of paper, and we're going to start visualizing. For me, it works best if I actually put it down, if I write it. Maybe for you, you see a picture in your head, or you hear what people are saying to you about your new life. But for me, it works best to write it down. So bear with me. I suggest that you get a pen, a piece of paper, and you start writing. Just let the ideas flow. What it is that you want to create, how that life is going to look. What will be happening? How will you be feeling? What will you be saying to people? What will people be saying to you? Where will you be? If you close your eyes and you think about it, does this vision include your partner? Would you like it to include your partner? How will you be showing affection to each other? How will you know that your partner loves you? How will your partner know that you love him or her? Take time. It's not, I'm stopping here. That's not to give you time to write it all out, but just to let the ideas sink in. The problem, as I say, is you are not going to move away from your current situation, no matter how much work you did yesterday, no matter how clear you get on the cost of your current situation, your unhappiness in your marriage. And this, I'm talking about marriage because that's my area of expertise, but you can use this for any aspect of your life at all that isn't working. It might be your career, it might be friendships, it might be your health, it could be any aspect. But being clear on what it's costing you isn't enough. You need to understand what it is you actually want. Take time, give yourself as much space, be as precise as possible. Because it's only when you get that feeling, once you've written it down, read it back, feel it, breathe it in, believe it. Start visualizing, really, visualizing what that life is going to be like. Because the more that you can tap into that feeling, the easier it's going to be to step out of the current situation, to be able to commit to change. Because that's what we really want. That's ultimately what this week's about. It's about getting you ready to say, yes, I am that person who deserves to be loved again, who deserves to have the life that I'm dreaming of. And in order to become that person, you are that person, you've got that person inside you, but in order to bring that person out, to let that person shine through, to take control, to become empowered again, you need to have a vision of where you want to go. Now, the great thing about this vision is it doesn't, you don't have to stick to it. You can change it at any moment. But it has to be strong enough for you. It has to be powerful enough. It has to be appealing enough to spur you on, to take you away from being stuck and start you moving forward. And then once you get onto the path, you can start to adjust your GPS. You can start to change tack. You can start to add things in. You maybe decide that, you know, life isn't going to be great by the beach. You want to be in the mountains, or, you know, whatever it is. But the important thing is to have that focus, that starting point. So if you've got any questions, I'd love to answer them for you. If you don't, you can find me at alisonreiner.com. If you would like to have this series sent to you, because I'm going to package it up just as a free series, so that you have it on your desktop at all times, so that you can follow this through with, you know, whenever the Notion takes you. Then send me your email address. I'll add you to the list. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, where we're going to be talking about you as a person and what you need to do for yourself in order to step up and become that person who deserves the dream that you've got. So thank you for watching. Thank you very much for following me. And as I say, any questions you have, I'm always delighted to answer. If you find this useful, please share the video out. Thank you very much. Bye.